Hi-ho, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns, and welcome to another week of thrilling adventures in IT and hospitality. So, this week we're going to go a little bit political. Not intentionally, but that is the backdrop of this story. Hey, y'all, just a quick mention before we get back to the content at hand. If you like the content I'm making, please like, subscribe, share, and comment on the videos. The reason why I ask this is because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. The more people that like, subscribe, share, and comment means the YouTube algorithm puts it out for more people to see the content, and that helps me. Just simple, it takes 2 seconds, and that's it. So, yeah, please give me a hand. Thanks. And we're back to the main content now. I was working as a server just after the Canadian Constitution was changed to include the French language as a second language in Canada, second official language. So now, full disclosure, I've never had any reason to speak French. I was born in Calgary, grew up in a Ukrainian town, moved to Edmonton. French is not needed out here. If I was to learn a second language, I would have learned Ukrainian or German. Those two languages would have served me a hell of a lot more than French ever would. So, just the way the province was back in the 80s and 90s, I don't even think it's that different nowadays, to be honest. You know, you need French for if you want to go into public service, but otherwise nobody speaks French out here. So anyway, so I was waitering and I had a Quebecois businessman come in, and he comes into the restaurant and he sits down, and I go up there. I go, good afternoon. How can I help you? He goes, I speak perfect English. He didn't, not even remotely. Like, if I had to guess at the time, I would say English was his fifth or sixth language. That's how perfect English he spoke. And from this moment on, I am using my constitutional right to only speak French. Well, like I said, this was just after the law change. So, unless you took French in school, you were not going to run into people speaking French. So I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry, sir, I don't speak French. I will happily find somebody who does to help you. And he just looked at me. He started barking things in French. And I'm, again, sorry, sir, I don't speak French. If you can be patient, I will happily go find somebody who will be able to help you in the language you choose. And he's got the menus. Let's say this is the menu. Okay. And he's holding the menu and he's looking at me going like this to me. And I'm like, again, sir, for the third time, I don't speak French. I don't know what you're saying. I will happily find somebody to help you if you just have some patience. So I'm fed up with this guy. Like, no word of a lie. I'm fed up. Just like, okay, you're an asshole. We get it. And now, for full disclosure, our menu wasn't that big in our dining room. So I knew what he was trying to order, even though he was ordering it in French. He wanted, and I remember to this day because not anymore for the short term, but for long term, I have close to eidetic memory. And in my youth, I had close to eidetic memory, short and long term. Now my short term memory sucks. But my long-term memory is amazing. So I remember to this day what he was trying to order. He was trying to order what we had. It was a steak café de Paris, which was a steak with coffee butter, a dollop on top of it, and a drambuie to drink. But he was being an asshole. And I had told him 3 times very politely that I would find somebody to speak French with him and take his order. And he was having none of it. He was being an asshole. So I did what any respectable Albertan would do. I ordered him a Coke and a cheeseburger. Oh my God, was he angry. He's manager. So I got the manager. And he's like, I'm like, I'm sorry. I told him. I don't speak French. I offered to get somebody to help him. He wouldn't listen. So the manager's like, did he offer to help? I want service. But I want service. So Yeah, welcome to my world. The nasty Quebecois businessman. Yeah, it was like I didn't even get my hand slapped for that one. In the back, the manager's like, good job. The guy's an asshole. You handled it perfectly, And yeah, like I said, it's ridiculous. Like all he had to do was go, sure, I'll wait a second. Nobody was denying him his constitutional right to speak nasty, broken Quebecois. Like even the French don't want to talk to the Quebecers. But yeah. So anyway, that was my introduction to Quebec businessmen. So if you hear me not having a high opinion, that's one of the reasons why. It's just like, I don't care what language you speak. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. If you're speaking English, French, Hindu, Punjabi, whatever, don't be an asshole. That would be my advice. So anyway, that's my story for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did like the story, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I am trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders. And I do appreciate anyone that does. I always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage you to leave comments. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Bye.